Focus on the journey, not the destination. Joy is found not in completing an activity but in doing it. Jai Hind everyone and very good morning to our guest Dr. Sonali Jadhav, Dr. Poonam Nikam, all the faculty members and my dear friends. I'm Imansha, MC for today. Welcome you all to this pre-induction program of batch 23-25. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Sonali Jadhav, member, Academic Advisory Council, IIEBM. Now I take this opportunity to introduce Dr. Sonali Jadhav. Ma'am, may I have your permission to proceed? Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Sonali Jadhav, member, Academic Advisory Council, IIEBM. She started her career in hotel sales as a team member of Marketing Technology Limited in 1989. It was an independent company providing marketing consultancy to various standalone hotel property all over India. She headed the Western Regional Office in India. Having a passion for cooking, she changed her career path to set up a very trendy cafeteria with students as her target market. In a short span of 6 years, customer base increased up to 2,000 as indicated in the cafeteria community on August 1996. Her career path changed once more when she ventured in the field of academics in 1998, when she joined Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute, HMCT, as a lecturer in food production. She shifted to AISS CHM CT College in 1999 and has been a part of academic team for more than a decade. She was promoted to the post of principal in July 2008. Having graduation in French major, she also co-authored the book Basic French for the Hotel Industry. Now I request you, ma'am, to please guide the batch with your words of wisdom. Over to you, ma'am.
It's a huge class. I'm told that you are more than 300 plus here, and it's lovely to talk to you. She's introduced me in a very eloquent manner, and I could add to that and say that I come from a service industry, which is the hotel industry. Okay, so we take care of people, we look after people, we teach our students how to connect one-to-one with people, and one realizes that as one grows that people connect and people communication is probably the most important thing that will help you as you climb up the corporate ladder. I see that in my son, who's technically in a very different field, but it is the people skills that have helped him grow. And I see that in a lot of people. Okay, so my perspective on things would be a little different than any other any other technical aspect that you would look at or that you would study. Of course, artificial intelligence is one big game changer these days, but nothing can take away the human touch. That is what I believe. And so we have to look at things differently, and we have to be a little more creative in our thought process, but nobody can take away jobs from us because of artificial intelligence if you are really good at what you do. Okay, so today's topic is why am I doing this? This is not, I need not, this is a collar mic, right? So I can move around. Okay, so today's topic is 6 thinking hats. Have you heard of this concept of 6 thinking hats? Anybody? Anybody has heard about it? Never heard about it? Okay, so it is a management technique that will help you to think better with a lot of clarity and get you to make decisions which are well thought out and logical decisions after looking at every aspect. Okay, I'm sure that you've played a part in some sport where you have been a team member, or you've participated in college, maybe some cultural program, or you've participated in some any team building activity. You've gone for trekking, you've gone for a camp, and you're always following the rules that are set by the leader because you've been young and you've been growing up. But now as you step inside this world of a corporate into a corporate world, you will be asked to take decisions, and you have to ensure that your decisions are correct. Okay, whenever we are thinking of something, we have a lot of ideas in us, we have a lot of preconceived notions in us. We feel that I don't like this, so necessary something is really bad. Like, I don't like drinking, so alcohol is really bad. So your emotions or your thought process rules your decision making, isn't it? We come from an industry where we sell alcohol. So for us, it is very important, and we say it makes you happy. So that's a different perspective, isn't it, from what you have. And so these 6 thinking hats will help you or guide you in solving problems, finding solutions which are very logical and which are acceptable once you've thought about a problem in its 360-degree angle. Okay, why is it important? Because the quality of your thinking will determine the quality of your future. Okay, what you think will help you progress in life, and that is why one should always think big. Okay, yeah, why is 6 thinking hats important? Because it is a tool for parallel thinking with 6 distinct modes. Okay, there are various modes of thinking. You can think positive, you can think negative, you can think with a lot of enthusiasm, you can think something is just not going to work because intuitively you feel that it is not the right thing. There are various ways in which you can think of the same problem. Okay, but the 6 thinking hats or these various hats will help you to think in 6 different verticals. Okay, eliminate chances of biased decisions. Because this is you're thinking from all angles, you will not take a decision which will be biased. It will be a very logical, well thought of decision that you will take, and you will think about the problem from different perspectives. Okay, um, I would suggest to you that don't write. It's all easily available on Google. If you write 6 thinking hats, it is all there. Okay, I want you to listen to what I'm saying, okay, rather than writing. So, thinking about the problem from different perspectives. There are things that you've not thought about. Now, in this, we are going to do a couple of exercises that will help you think differently, hopefully, or that will open doors. You know, you all are at a young age where you take a decision very hastily. I want this. I want this. I want to see this movie means I want to see this movie, no matter what. I want to go to this institute means I want to go to this institute. It's a do or die situation. Jana hi hai. I want to go to this trip means I want to go to this trip. Okay. So, broadens boundaries of their thinking capacity. So, when you start thinking wearing different hats, you will realize that your capacity to think increases. It is not a short one passage view, it is a broader view. Then opportunities to explore new opinions. Many a times, even I find myself being very closed when a student comes to me and he says that we shouldn't do this, we should do this differently. I realize that sometimes I'm closed, and sometimes I say it doesn't work. But if I give him an opportunity, I realize that I have made a mistake. So, to be open to others' opinions, okay, uh, provides a roadmap for getting organized in your thought process, and allow a specific time for creativity. You know, when they showed we saw that Kargil clip just now, and some of you may have seen the movie, right? And the strategy to overcome the enemy, they used very creative methods, isn't it? They logistically decided how to attack them, from which angle, the cliff which was the most difficult, the the enemy wasn't expecting, and they devised a plan and executed it. So they were thinking out of the box. So creative is very important, but at the same time, in our world where we are doing business, we can do creativity, but we can't go all out for creativity. So within a span given to you, you can explore different ways of doing things. Allows specific time for creativity and helps in a unified decision. Okay. Now suppose you're thinking of this huge building and there is a man who is falling. So a man who is falling from this building, do you think he will survive? But if I tell you he survived, can you give an answer why he survived? No paraglider, no trampoline. It depends on the floor from which he fell. Maybe he just fell from the first floor. Okay. So there are different ways in which you can look at things and think differently. We just take it for granted that he's dead, right? Okay. Now we will start with the first hat, which is the blue hat. And what does the blue hat do? Managing the thinking process. Every decision making that you start has to start with a blue hat and it has to end with a blue hat. This is the person who is going to focus on the issue, and he is going to make sure, he or she is going to make sure that the focus is never lost. Otherwise, if you're thinking big, creatively, positively, negatively, you're going to lose the plot. Okay. So he is going to make sure that it is time bound and that you arrive at a decision and that all the hats have been explored. Okay. So he will outline and design the problem, and after all the discussions, after wearing various hats, he will summarize it and draw conclusions. He also monitors and controls the discussion. So here I'm going to be wearing the blue hat when I do a small little case study with you. Okay. So what are the questions that the blue hat answers? Where should we start? So when a question is defined, then he will tell you where you need to start, which direction you need to go, what should be the agenda for solving this issue, what are the steps you need to take, what are the objectives of this problem that you're going to solve, and which hat should we use. Every time we need not use all the hats. Each hat denotes a particular style of discussion, but every time you need not wear all the hats. And how can we summarize the problem? Okay, and what should we do next once the problem is solved? So they also decide what should be the duration. Now in Indian politics, it just goes on and on and on. The Uniform Civil Code, we are just talking about it, and there is no time frame within which it is going to be either discarded or used. It's just going on because it is vote bank politics. Okay, so those problems never get solved. So here we are saying it should be time bound, and the blue hat will tell you how much time you are going to spend on this particular process. Okay. Now I have thought of two distinctive subjects that I want this to be an interactive session. Okay. So I'm going to ask you that if you were to we are looking at two crises or problems that we face. One is examination and evaluation, and the other is Kerala stories. Both very heated debates that go on and on and on. With the new national education policy, everybody is questioning the examination system in India, right? So we are going to try and see whether we can solve or at least arrive at a, if not a solution, a thought process which will be logical by the end of wearing all the hats that we are going to wear. Okay. Yeah. So the first hat is all a white hat, okay? So you have to gather all the information that you want. Suppose you're wearing a white hat for the examination. Let's have a few things that you will collect while you are collecting material for the white hat. Can somebody say a couple of questions? Please raise your hands. What is the data that you will look for? Yes? Okay, national education policy you look at to look at how exams are being conducted. Okay. Any other? Yes? The new revised syllabus. Okay. What else? Yes? On which criteria the evaluation is done. Very good. That's another thing that you will check. Okay. How often are the exams being conducted? What is the passing percentage? The students who pass, do they get a job? Is there a correlation between passing and getting a job? This is the data that you will collect while you're wearing a white hat. Okay, we've had answers from here. Now the next one is about Kerala Stories White Hat. Can you tell us what questions have you heard of Kerala Stories, the movie? Okay. So, for if we were to discuss whether Kerala Stories was right or wrong, okay, what they depicted, whether it is solving some issue or is it creating an issue, if you were wearing a white hat, what would you do? What information would you collect? Yes? Official data of forged conversions. Yes, very good. What else? Yes? Yeah, how many people, girls have moved to ISIS? Okay. What else? Yes? Whether it is an issue of Kerala only or not. Okay. What else? Manipulation by one religion, you're saying? Yes. Okay. What else? Yes? Brainwashing was done or not. Okay. So, what are they claiming? They are claiming they have, yes, you want to say? Yeah. How many indulge in this thing? Okay, you. What are the actions taken by government? Is there a scheme to protect it? Is there an agency to protect it? Yes. Are the politician involved? Is the, yeah, okay. What are the benefits that they get? Yes. How many girls did they rescue till now? Or those who have gone there, are they willingly, have they willingly gone there or not? Are they happy or not? Okay. So these are the things that you will look for. So collect every clue, every hint, facts and hidden information without jumping to conclusions. The white hat allows you to only collect information. You cannot be judgmental on it, okay? You cannot judge it. And that exactly the Kerala story, when they said that we have seen the data of so many, there was no data at the end of it, okay? Helps in connecting different aspects leading to logical conclusions, and you need to brainstorm as a team, okay? We're all, so it's all about facts, it's all about questions that you need to ask everybody and get the information that is required, okay? So what information is currently accessible? So if you were wearing, we already discussed the white hat for examinations, isn't it? How many examinations take place? How many students participate in the exams? How many pass? How many fail? How many continue education after graduation or after school? This is all the data that you are going to collect, okay? So what do we lack? If there is a lack of something, we don't have certain reports which will help us to identify or collect more data. What do we need to do in order to get that data? Everything is not easily available, so what can be done? then how will we obtain necessary or lacking information? This is very, very important, okay? You can't just sit with 4 facts and work on it. You have to think in your own way what other facts are required. Okay, we don't have it on the net. Where can we get it? Can we go to this agency? Can we go to schools and get information? Can we go to the university and get information? Okay. So what you need is data, 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 facts and figures. That is what the white hat is all about, okay? So examination and evaluation, we've already studied what is the white hat for, isn't it? So if you look at the pictures, you'll see in Kerala's stories her conversion from a very fun-loving college girl to being a partner of an ISIS operator. Okay, now the red hat is all about intuitions and feelings, and this is very, very important in terms of how you feel about a certain things. If you are not happy, you will not be able to deliver, but at the same time it may be a wrong notion also. Certain things that you think are wrong, your parents think, I'm sure there are hundreds of things that the parents think that are wrong with you and that you feel is right with you. Yes, so the feelings are different, right? So can you name some major ones that you faced, that your parents think about your generation or you in particular something is wrong? Can anybody say? Yeah.
Always on phone.
Always on phone.
Jadhav ma'am, I'm Putri. Ma'am, when we were choosing our courses, when we were going further, like our parents, some parents were having a different perspective and we were having
Different perspective. So you have aspirational parents who already decided for their children what they need to do. Okay, what else?
Ma'am, some of our parents believe that we are very fickle-minded.
You're fickle minded, that's what they believe, and that's not correct. Is that true? Not always. Okay, yes, yes. Instant, you want instant gratification, that's what your parents think. Is that correct or not? No, that's not true. Okay, what else? Always eat junk, is that correct or no? It's correct. Okay, so some notions are correct and some are not correct, but certain types you do. Yes.
Jain ma'am, not adaptable to the situation.
Not adapting to the situation. Do you agree with that or not?
No ma'am.
No, you adapt.
Yes ma'am.
Yeah, I
Recently we
also
all have
believe that
adapted
your
to it.
generation adapts very well.
Yes,
Yes.
I prefer to stay away from a couple of villages.
You prefer to stay, that I think is absolutely correct, isn't it? Yes. Okay, all right. So these are all the feelings, intuitions, perceptions, the gut feeling that you may have. Okay, so any plan that is there, suppose you are asked to do a certain thing and you don't want to do it, there is no reason why you don't want to do it, but you just don't. Okay, like some of you have come here to Pune and you've been wondering, I don't know whether Pune is a good city, especially those who come from Delhi and bigger cities. They may feel that Pune is small. There are you from rural areas who've come here who may think, how am I going to live in such a big city? You know, so there are perceptions about the city that you're carrying which influence your emotions. Then so this particular hat, which is the red hat of intuitions and feelings, you have to always think about what you feel inside without being judgmental. So if it is a team of 10, then we ask a team of 10, what do you feel inside when we talk about this topic, and whatever those feelings are or gut feelings are, you can explore that and give it a thought. Okay, so it's the sixth sense, it is the hunch, it is the gut feeling that you have a gut feeling that I'm going to fail in the exams. Of course you know what you've written, but you know, so and there are different kinds of feelings. So you may be very enthusiastic. If I give you a problem to solve, there'll be some of you who are very enthusiastic. Chalo, let us solve this problem. or I like doing this is such a good challenge to me. And some may say, oh, it's interesting, it's okay, I will do it in my own time. Or certain people will say, yaar, ye kya bakwas baat ho rahi hai. I don't like this. I would rather just go and see a movie, or I'll do something. So there are variety of emotions that you will go through, or thought processes that you will go through. Okay. So intuitions and feelings are how do you feel. Sometimes you may not feel good on a particular day, that same problem will look very big. Sometimes you're super enthusiastic, it's a good morning and you're very positive, and you might say it's a good challenge, I want to do it. Suppose you want to go for a trek up the hill. Okay, you've been told, and in the morning you get up and you say, oh, I have a body ache, I don't want to go, it's such a big hill, how will I go, it'll rain, I don't think it's a good idea. And somebody who's got up with a lot of energy will say, wow, it's cloudy now, but the sun will come out, I'm sure. And it's just one hour to go up the hill and come back. So everybody has a different thought and different liking. So it can be any of these emotions that you see here. Okay, and especially emotions are very different. The way we tackle problems are very different between men and women. We've heard this all the time, isn't it? Okay, so if the man is told that there is a marriage wedding and we have to go at 11 o'clock for the wedding, he'll say okay, and he'll see the address just to see how to go there. But whereas women, what will they do? Okay, who's coming? What sari should I wear? Oh, is it morning? Will it rain? Then should I wear this jewelry? Should I wear that jewelry? No, my aunt is going to come. She's going to wear a very nice sari, so I have to match that sari. Or you'll say the bride and the bridegroom, they are rich people and we need to dress up accordingly. Will the husband bother? No. So all our thought processes are very different and we need to accept that. So when we are talking about a problem, you have to also explore what are my feelings regarding that problem. Okay, right now, what is my intuition telling me? Okay, what is my gut reaction? Is it like a quick yes, or is it like a big no when I see that problem? So let's look at examination and evaluation. When you think of examination, what is your gut feeling? Your exams are around the corner. Nervous, okay, I'm feeling nervous. What else? Anxious? Huh? Sometimes confident. If you've studied well and you're competitive and you think that I'm going to top it, you're quite enthusiastic to give the exams, isn't it? Okay, others, boys, have any feelings for exams or no feelings? No, they are chilled. Okay, so these are the feelings that you have about the exams. Now, I'm a teacher. So what are the things that I will think about? Oh God, I have to go and supervise for 3 hours. So 3 hours doing nothing, just looking at the students and making sure that they're not copying. It's one of the worst jobs ever. I'm sure you all never think about it that way. But so there are different perceptions about different things and different emotions. Now Kerala stories, I'm sure, will have a lot of emotions and intuitions with you. So first we'll start with the boys. Do you want to say what you feel about Kerala stories? When you see it, what are the emotions you went through? What are the feelings that you went through? Yes? It was meant for spreading awareness. Okay. Yeah, but is that an emotion that you had? I'm talking about emotions. Can you say what you felt? Yes. You had goosebumps. Yes. It is painful for the victims. Yeah.
Actually felt angry, and I was having questions regarding government, that what is going on.
Okay, so you were like logically thinking about it, and you think that there's a solution to it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm coming there.
Ma'am, the culprits broke the hearts of the girl.
Culprits broke the hearts of the girls. Yes, yes. The culprit should be punished. Was there anger? Lot of anger and lot of when if you were to go to study in Chennai after the movie, would it be easy for you to go? You are a bit worried, right, about all that. So these are the emotions that you need to talk about. I think I have very less time, so I'm going to quickly go through it. Okay, the next is the yellow colored hat, which is a hat of optimism. Okay, every time that you're thinking of an issue or a problem or a topic that you want to discuss, you are looking at only the optimistic things. Okay, so for example, if you're doing exams, what will you say? What are the positives of the exams? I'm going to study, I'm going to use it when I start working, I'm going to come first, or I feel very accomplished, I'm very proud of getting a degree. These are all your positive points, okay? Or exam is not very difficult, it's very easy to crack. If your English is good, you'll surely crack it. Okay, these are all positive thoughts, okay? Brainstorm through the right values and benefits of the idea. It boosts your morale. It makes you feel very good to be positive, isn't it? And you bring energy to the topic. With all your enthusiasm, you bring energy to the topic. Let the mind travel freely and think of the possible benefits without any boundaries, okay? So you will first ask, what are the benefits of exam? What do we get out of it? Okay, then what are the positives? We just discussed. Is it valuable? What is valuable in giving an exam? Your parents are going to leave you alone for 1 month. Can be valuable for you, isn't it? Or I'm going to get a scooter if I get 60% marks. That's valuable for you. So everybody may have, yes? You will get to know your capability, which is of big value to you, isn't it? Okay, I think that was, why is it not? Okay, what is the potential? That is, you are able to get value about your capabilities, you are able to figure out what you're capable of. Competitive advantage. Okay, amongst a class of 70, if I've come 10th, that is my standing in the market. Maybe you will think like that, okay? And what does it require? It requires a deliberate effort to be optimistic. It's not a natural thing. You're thinking of things that are going to help you. So it's not natural. You have to bring the energy to the boardroom to be able to discuss the opportunities. It reinforces creative ideas and new directions, must give reasons why an idea is valuable or it might work, okay? And is a powerful assessment tool when used with a black hat. We'll come to the black hat. Now, examination, evaluation, we already did. What are the positives of Kerala Story, a movie? What are the positives? It has created an awareness. Maybe the government will take note of it and come up with schemes which will help. Maybe there are some NGOs already helping the girls. The awareness has helped them to get donations so they can work better, isn't it? So these are the positives that you're looking at. Now the black hat is all about difficulties and what all the negative side of the issue. Okay, what are the risks involved? You have to discuss that also before you arrive at a decision. You can't just arrive at a decision just by yourself. Okay, you can't just think optimistically and say, okay, I'm going to get it done. There are risks. You need to evaluate those risks and then take a decision. So black hat is all about exploring the negative consequences of the idea. How is it going to harm me, if at all? How is it going to harm the organization, if at all? Okay? Brainstorm through the wrong going of the idea, and it helps to identify flaws, it helps to identify weaknesses, and it tells you about the dangers in the system or in the issue and the consequences of doing a particular thing, and it helps dive deeper into the results and identify the root problem. Always remember that when there is a problem which you solve it by correction, isn't it? You correct the whatever needs to be corrected. But in order for it to not repeat, just correction is not enough. You have to take a corrective action in such a way that that problem will not occur again. Okay, so the black hat will help you do that, find the root cause, and helps dive deeper into the results and identify root problems you may face in the future, and identify your potential to cope up with risk factors. Even if there are risks, can we afford to take those risks? Okay, in the exams you are doing it all the time. I'm going to keep this for option. That's a risk that you've taken. All of you take those risks, isn't it? How do you take those risks? You look at the first 5 years papers and say, okay, this topic doesn't come ever. It may not come. Let me just leave it. So these unconsciously you all are wearing the black hat when you do that. Okay? So you have to find out what is not going to fit. Everything is not perfect. So what are the imperfections that you have? What are the risks? What are the faults? What are the potential problems? We have to make an assessment, and this hat will make you cautious. Okay, it will remind you that there are risks. Think about that as well. And then it will help you speculate in the future what happens. By wearing this hat, like suppose you say that I'm going to leave three topics for discussion for my exams. I'm going to give it as an option, okay? But it's a risk, isn't it? And the risk is out of 10 topics, I'm going to leave 3 or 4 topics. So what are the chances that will come in the exam? And if I fail, what? Do I have another chance to give an etiquette? Or will the campus recruitment is happening, I'll get a job, will they allow me to keep a job for me to give that exam? Yeah, they will. Then okay, let me take that risk. Okay, so it cautions you about the future as well. So it basically tells you what fits where, whether the fitting is right, whether there is a fault in anything. These are the evaluations that a black hat will do. Now coming to examinations and evaluations, we've already spoken. What are the risks? Can you talk about a black hat for Kerala stories? Yes? It may create a tension between two religions. Yes. Sorry? Spirituality differences. Okay, it might create some kind of difference in groups and may lead to, yes?
It creates a question on the values and ethics given by the parents to their children.
Children. It questions the ethics of the parents, okay? It will create a trust issue about a particular religion, isn't it? I think that is one of the saddest things that happened with Kerala stories, yes? It may decrease the girl, of course, that's a big risk because people don't want to send their kids to hostels and to bigger cities. Yes, very good. So these are the black hats, okay, for Kerala stories. So the next hat is a green hat, okay. Green hat is all about creativity. How can we do things differently? In exams, you're one of the most creative people I've ever known. I had a classmate who was into cheating. He used to have chits and different topics, different chits, here, in his sock, somewhere else. And then he had a table of content. Which chit for which topic? You know, that's creativity, isn't it? So what are how can you do things differently through your creativity? Okay, or we as teachers, how can we conduct the exams differently, which will test not rote learning but your applicability of the theories that you learn. Okay, so that is what the green hat is all about. Think outside the box. Open doors for more possible outcomes. Can we do things differently? Can we do away with exams? Can we take exams outdoors? Can we tie up with some organization or some company where you will have to perform and give a project report, and that is your exam, not the exam that you sit and write? Okay, so there are no boundaries to the way you're thinking. Okay, you can think differently in every direction, but creativity as a hat will always have a time frame, because there's no end to the amount of thinking that can go on. Okay, appreciate every thought, but don't judge ideas. If you are doing it in a boardroom or in your classroom and wearing a creativity hat, somebody might come up with the most weirdest of ideas. Don't judge it, keep it, because sometimes the most uncommon ideas really work. Okay, so what does the green hat ask? What questions does it ask? Can you do things differently? Okay, are there other ways of doing it? What else can we do to make it better? Is this the only solution? Are there any more solutions? What are the possibilities? Okay, uh, what will overcome the black hat? Because you already have spoken about the risks when you wore the black hat, right? Okay, so now we have to think, if there is a risk, how can we mitigate that risk? How can we lessen it? How can we eliminate it? That is the job of a green hat. Now suppose examination and evaluation. Okay, suppose the risk is that you will not pass the exam. You're leaving 4 topics optional. So what is the creativity that you've done? You made chits and put here, so that when you're writing the exam for those topics, yeah, that's a lot of creativity, isn't it? And sometimes I feel that we take a very strong stand as teachers and moral police, but at the moment I personally feel, when there is so much of information outside, information in any kind, whichever way you look at it, is good. It need not be in your head. Applicability of that information is what is education. Okay, so this is about examination. Any creative thinking for Kerala stories? Yes. Okay, you can introduce spiritual books to the students. Yes. Different classes for all the girls. Defense classes for girls and boys. Very good, yes. What else? Anybody else can think of anything for Kerala stories? Yes? Mental counseling should be done to the girls. Maybe the parents can counsel the children differently and become more closer to them. Yeah? Friendly behavior throughout with the parents. Yes? Yes, making them stronger. Okay.
Ma'am, other than teaching the spiritual books, let's them teach secularism.
Secularism. Teaching secularism might help. Okay.
Finding the loopholes and identifying the various alternatives, and from the where the stalkers are getting the data of that.
Okay, so finding out how they are identifying the girls to be radicalized. Okay. Yes.
Teach them for less discrimination and try them to understand the importance of every religions and their values.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Jayan ma'am, my name is Akhil. Ma'am, more number of jobs for women so that they can be self-independent, and even if they are into situations like that, they can tackle by having
Okay, so empowering the girls. Is that what you're saying? Empowering the girls. Okay. Yes.
awareness.
Creating awareness. Okay.
Mentorship should be done between the mentor and the student so that they can share their problems.
Okay, so they should have a mentor, okay, in their classes or in their college. Okay, good. Lot of alternatives you've come up with. So now let's summarize. The blue hat is for managing the thinking process, okay? The white hat is to collect data, collect information, whatever that is required for you to solve the problem. Any kind of data, vast data, okay? A red hat is to test your feelings and intuitions, your hunches, your gut feeling, what you think about the issue. A yellow hat, all the benefits, all the positives, all the optimistic ideas regarding the issue, and whatever value we are going to get out of the situation. The black hat is caution, difficulties and weaknesses, the risks, okay? What are the dangers that you're going to face? And the last one is a green hat, alternatives and creative ideas. And after you've exhausted all these hats, you come back to the blue hat to take a decision, to summarize and arrive at a solution for your problem, okay? So focus on one hat at a time. Normally when we ask you what do you think about a certain thing, everybody is talking differently and then there is confusion and then you don't know what is the solution. So wear only one hat at a time and stick to a time limit. Give a time limit for every hat that you put, okay? So are you going to be a mad hatter from now on? Yes or no? Yes. You'll wear all sorts of hats? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So now I have a small little case study for you which I'm going to do next 5-10 minutes, I think. Can we have 5-10 minutes? So I want some volunteers here in batches of 3. Okay, I want everybody to wear a hat. White, red, yellow, black, green, and the blue hat is with me. So we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 3 each. Can you all just come and stand separately? Yeah, come forward, those who are interested. Okay, so here can we have the white hat there? Anybody for the white hat, come on stage. Okay, there are too many. White hatters, come on the stage. You all have white hats? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, you all stand there. White hats, stand there. Okay. Red hat. Okay, red hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take you. 5. You all are the red hats. Go that side. Yellow hat. Yeah, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, come. You all go behind. Black hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you all do the black hat. You be with them, the black hat. And the green hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. You all will be the green hat. And you too can join. You want to join or you want to join? Come. Okay. So now we have these groups. Okay. I'm going to give you a question. You have to go in the corridor. I'll give you 5 minutes to think it through. And you have to come here and present your hat. Agreed? Okay. Now this is one of the most interesting questions that you're going to be asked. And don't blame me because I don't understand that subject at all. I'm too old. But I may have made mistakes because I've Googled and got the picture. Okay? So let's test the concept of this of the hats. These are the dating apps that are commonly used in India. That's what I'm told by Google. Okay? Now you have to wear your hat and tell me all the things about dating apps. Good, bad, as per your hats. Okay, go outside in the corridor. All of you 5 minutes. It's 11. Come back by 11:05 or 11:07. Okay? I want you back by 11:07. You all know about these apps? At least 2, 3 you know? Am I more educated than you are? Okay. Okay.
Jai Hind to everyone. Our group is representing the white hat that is collecting informations about the dating apps. So, according to the survey, there are over 366 million online dating apps in all over the world. By 2027, it will be 440 million expected rate. Then we first go to the Tinder app. The Tinder was most commonly used in US and Europe peoples. By 2022, according to the survey, it was the most downloaded apps in our industry and in the world, and it is followed by Bumble. And then it comes to Hinge. It's basically an app that covers long-term relationship for the peoples that are not going for the short-term relationships. Then it's come Grinder. It's specially for LGBTQ people, that is most popular for gay peoples. Then it's Plenty of Fish that comes in 2003. Then we came about all over the dating apps. It about 4.99 billion dollars all over the world. That's the main currency of the world of the dating apps.
Okay, so
Thank you,
two
ma'am.
very important points is found out. One is it's big business. Okay, it's a big business opportunity for all of you, and the apps which are most popular. However, what is not touched upon are two main criteria. What is the age group of people who use these apps? Who are these users? You've not tapped on that in terms of information, okay? Which is going to actually tell you whether it is a good idea to go for a dating app or not. The most important part of it, okay?
Ma'am, the age covers basically 25 years to 35 years.
Yes. Did you check that out?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
many percentage wise, how many, if you look at 100 users, how many are within this 25%?
Ma'am, 60%.
60%.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good. Okay. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have a red hat? Yeah, come.
Jai Hind everyone, I'm Amansha representing the Red Hat. The first is the hard choice. We girls have a lot of right and left swipe to make, so we have a very critical and crucial decision to make. कि कौन सा सही है कौन सा नहीं है right मारे left मारे, so that's a hard decision. Now over to Anshul.
Jai Hind everyone, this side Anchal representing the Red Hat. So we are representing feelings and emotions. My feeling for these dating apps is initiative. We as girls generally do not take initiatives, but we should. So when it comes to dating apps, all of the girls, we are there to take initiative. We are there to be the first one to message. We are there to text the person first, and the hi is everything. Just remember that. That's it. Over to Mansi.
Jai Hind everyone, my name is Mansi representing Red Hat. My topic, I will talk on impulsive nature. As a teenagers, we do impulsive decisions like क्या वो हाँ बोलेगा क्या वो ना बोलेगा, then you know what he will reply, what she will reply, what should I do now. So for this we should be more patient. These apps basically focus on this only, you know, for impulsive decisions. They sell membership on this behalf only ki, you know, the boys and the girls, when they will impulsive to talk to a girl or boy, they will buy a membership to know more about him or her. So over to Saloni.
Jai Hind everyone present here. My name is Saloni representing Red Hat. So my topic is exaggeration. It means making small things a big thing. So what we do in this dating apps, the small things, if someone comment us, we think, wow, we are great persons. And if someone we get rejected, then we deny ourselves that we are not good ones. So friends, this dating apps doesn't define you all. We have to judge ourselves with optimistically and improve ourselves. We don't have to deny ourselves. Thank you so much. Over to Gurpreet.
Jai Hind everyone, I am going on with curiosity. When we have a contact with any one of the person, we just become very much curious that when we'll get the replies, and when we start becoming very much active on social media and we wait for the person's reply and their views on how we are, and we start becoming judgmental. We judge them and they too judge us. Thank you so much.
So I want to ask you actually about your gut feeling. The red hat is a gut feeling. Should you be on this app? Yes, you should be on that's the red hat. Okay. Can we then now have a yellow hat? Yeah, come.
Okay. Jai Hind, ma'am. Jai Hind, ma'am. And my dear students, friends, sorry. So, my first point is overcoming the loneliness and the trust. Ma'am, in today's world where we are standing here as Gen Zs, we have a problem of isolation, a big problem in today's world, right? So, ma'am, I think by the help of this app, we get to connect with different people from different religion, age groups, and from everywhere. So we can connect well. So, yeah, ma'am, thank you.
All right, Jai Hind. Is it? Yeah. Jai Hind, everyone. Jai Hind, ma'am. So my next point would be, so as we are the yellow team, we are looking at the positive side of the dating apps. The next thing would be we can find an emotional bond with people. So in dating apps, we can be completely we can have that freeness of being completely unjudgmental about our own preferences, be it sexuality, be it religion, be it any opinion regarding your race, culture, whatever. So I guess in dating apps, we can easily find that like-mindedness with people. So that is the platform I believe you can be free from judgment, whether you prefer any other so-called that is out of the box, like be it your sexuality, you can be open-minded about that. So that is the good thing about the dating apps.
Okay.
Jai Hind, everyone. I am Karishma Raghuvanshi. I want to say that, at some certain age, we couldn't find our partners. Like at the age of 30 or beyond that, we are not able to, like partners surrounding in our surroundings. So people with the age of 30 or above that, this is the best platform for that for them. People can find easily people according to their choices and especially preferred sexuality. So this is the thank you.
So in dating apps, it is not bounded with boundaries. So there are no limits. We can find lot of options for it, and in different castes and religions also we can have options. Thank you.
Geographically also.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, all done? Okay,
Thank
now
you,
the
ma'am.
black hat. Where is the group for the black hat? Yeah. Okay, come.
Jai Hind, everyone. I'm Saurav Singh representing Black Hat. Black hats revolve around the negativity, difficulties, and consequences. And my topic is brainwashing. Generally, what happens? The alternate partners washes their brain, and says generally, "You are my world. You are my everything. You are the most important person in my life." And generally they misuses the money of them and wasting their times. So over to Bhanu.
Sorry. Jai Hind, everyone. My topic is deviating from our goals. Deviating from our goals.
Deviating from our goals.
Right now, this is the main issue regarding dating apps. For what purpose the people are coming to Pune? Many people come to Pune with the goals, to achieve something. They will think they will make anything. Yes, ma'am. They will think they will make something or be a person, but they are wasting their times on dating apps by hookups or then after breakups. So I will hand over to Shreya.
What's your name? What's your name?
Bhanu. Bhanu.
Bhanu. I think in this whole thing, you found a new career. I think you'll do well as a politician.
Thank you, ma'am.
So through this dating app, many crimes cases are there. So sometimes girls meet unknown boys and they face like kidnapping. They get trapped, kidnapping, then conversion, forceful conversion, like Kerala story, emotional damage. So many crimes cases are happened through this app. So that's why this app is very harmful. And over to Nikunj.
Jai Hind everyone, Jai Hind ma'am. Now I will summarize some points related to just like black. First is time waste, because as we know that according to data, the involvement to these dating apps are from 25 to 30. These are crucial ages where the people's like we are making careers and other things. We can waste our time easily, and the hours they spent is around time spent is about 2 to 4 hours. Okay. Second is crimes. The crimes that are causing due to these apps are increasing time to time, and many times of cases are reported. And third is fake emotions. As we know that to propose some means, if boys is proposing to girls or girls are proposing to boys, they show their fake emotions, and they will play with each other for some times and then left behind. And third is brain, and after that is brainwashing. As we know that the example of Kerala story, they means a girl student only just brainwashed her colleagues, and what things happens we had shown. Okay, thank you. Now next to Prashant.
Jai Hind everyone. The topic is fake emotions. So fake emotions. So many a times people use different apps. Okay, I'll date her. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. But each and every one can't be your baby. Yes? Love is for the one person. You can't ride in Mercedes. You can't ride in, at a time, you can't ride in each and every cars. So there is a drawback. You caught up and land into a fake emotion. So in the last, I want to conclude that use it in a precise manner, and please don't fake it. You have to go in your life with good emotions, with good perspective, and be a good human being. Thank you so much.
Okay. I would just like to add, maybe you can't drive in 3 cars, but at a time once you can drive a Mercedes, then a BMW, then something. No, but having said that, the two biggest issues of a black hat which were not discussed, one is unwanted pregnancy that might change lives completely, and the second is might lead to suicide. Okay, these are the main problems that you need to think of. Okay, now the green hat, the last hat. You all can sit.
Jai Hind everyone, my name is Shubhangi Kumari and we all are representing Green Hat, and it's all about creativity and thinking out of the box. So all the dating apps can be used as an option, as a career option. Like as we all know from the show, we have heard Sakshi Srishti Tavre from Hustle, and we have all heard her on the show. So she usually used mostly the dating apps for for sending his raps and sending her raps and shairis. So it's a good way to So it can be formed as a good way for introverts to communicate. And the second one is networking. As on dating apps, we usually found many strangers, so we can definitely connect to them as an individual, and we can also ask them like, "मैं तुझे कैसी लग रही हूँ?" No, we can ask for how they perceive us, and as an individual, we can ask for their feedbacks also. And usually, dating apps has location-wise information, so we can also, as a solo traveler, we can also find we can also we can get the exposure of many strange places as we are traveling alone. So that's all from our side. Thank you.
Yeah, I think a couple of things that I really liked about the green hat is like traveling. You can look for different people, so as long as it's safe, it is good. So good, well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
So this was a fun concept that I wanted to test with you, got all the attention that was wanted, but I also hope that you will now think of different angles before you get on those apps, okay? All right, so I'll sign off now. Thank you very much. Use all these hats, okay, in your life for every decision that you make.
We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to you, ma'am, for conducting this incredible and enlightening session. It is evident that we students have gained a wealth of knowledge from your valuable experience and from this session, ma'am, that you have delivered. And we have explored different hats and did a brainstorming activity. And as you mentioned that people to people connect is very crucial and important, and it is irreplaceable. I would also like to thank students for their active participation. And ma'am, we sincerely appreciate your invaluable insights and eagerly look forward to your visit to our next campus, ma'am.